All right, so last week we learned about multiplication of positive and negative numbers. We came up with 4 different rules based on the signs. Let's think of real life examples though to kind of put this into context. So if you have 4 times 5, you have 4 groups of 5 cookies. Let's use that as an example. How many cookies in total would you have?
You have 20 cookies.
Awesome, that's totally right. Now, can you think of another example of real life that would be a positive times a positive?
If you had 2 groups of 10 people, you'd have 20 people.
Perfect. So 2 groups, 10 people, they're both positive, they make 20. Great. Could you think of an example of a positive and a negative now?
How would you represent a negative in real life?
Well, how about this? Have you ever lost $10?
Yeah.
Well, haven't we all? If you lose $10 2 times, how much money have you lost?
$20. 2 times 10.
2 times 10, perfect. Now, think of losing $10 as like a negative thing. So negative 10, you lose it 2 times, that's negative 20. So you would lose $20. If I had to pay a bill of $20 now for 4 months, how much money would I lose?
You'd lose $80.
Exactly. So that's another real life example of a positive times a negative. All right. Can you think of some other things that might be negative?
If I withdraw money or write a check, I lose money.
Yeah. So that's another great example. Usually, when you think of money, it'll be you think of a lot of positive things, and also you could think of a lot of negative things. All right. So let's look at the harder rule now: negative times a negative. Can you think of any examples that a negative times a negative would give you a positive?
If I take away three $20 debts from my friends, that's a gain of 60.
So you're telling me that if I take away 3, is that positive 3 or negative 3?
That's negative 3.
And if I'm taking away $20 of debt, is $20 of debt a negative or a positive?
That's negative 20.
Awesome. So then that person that you took away the debt, how much money would they gain in total then?
They would gain $60.
Perfect. Could you make that into an expression?
Negative 3 times a negative 20 gives you 60.
Perfect. That's awesome. So think of like taking away a debt as a negative thing, and another negative thing is taking away their debt that they have, which would give them a positive gain. That's a really good job. Could you summarize what we learned, those rules plus what we did today?
So basically, if they have the same size, they make a positive, and different signs make a negative. And you can make them into real life examples, and it's really easy to do that with money.
Awesome, and we'll learn eventually that you could do the same thing with division, and it has the same exact signs. Thank you so much today. Great job.